The downfall of Sephora. Sephora is a brand that has a well-known name in the beauty industry because of its newest trends in makeup, skin, and hair care, as well as fragrances from around the world. With over 2,500 stores in 32 countries that carry hundreds of brands, they also have their own successful line of skincare, makeup, fragrances, and hair care products, which have reportedly been a success thanks to their YouTube channel that has over 1 million followers and boasts hundreds of beauty tips, lessons from experts, and interviews with brand partners, celebrities, and makeup and hair artists. However, despite all of its success, Sephora's reputation and success have somewhat become questionable because the brand has also become famous for scandals.
Introducing you to Sephora's returns policy, verbatim from Sephora. If you are not completely satisfied with the Sephora purchase or gift for any reason, Sephora welcomes you to return new or gently used products for a full refund to your original method of payment if returned within 30 days of purchase.
I guess most of you have heard something to do with Sephora being sued for over everything from discrimination to STDs, and one customer who claimed that Sephora knowingly sold him a product that caused him harm.
A woman in California is suing cosmetics chain Sephora after claiming she contracted herpes from using the store's sample lipstick. The complaint argues that Sephora failed to clearly warn customers that there was a risk for exposure to diseases from using the public's samples. Oral herpes is an infection that causes sores on the lips, gums, tongue, and inside of the cheeks. People can be infected with herpes by touching saliva or skin, which is carrying the disease.
To give you some context, Rolando Grallon filed a lawsuit after he purchased the laser-free eye serum, which by the way is no longer available, from a New York area Sephora and had a negative reaction. According to him, the serum caused red bumps, which caused him to even stop using it, but it still resulted in a burn that would not heal. He claimed that the injury was permanent and he sought damages from both brands, claiming charges of malice, oppression, and fraud against Sephora and Peter Thomas Roth. The suit was seeking compensation in the amount of $500,000 US.
The moment we've all been waiting for has arrived. Sephora is being sued over their clean program. The reason why I say this is the moment we've all been waiting for is because I feel like there has been a clean beauty backlash and kind of a debate about whether or not clean beauty should even exist.
That's quite a lot, but he wasn't the only customer who had a bone to pick with the brand regarding their experience, and this time it was with a lipstick tester. Elena Devayan filed a lawsuit back claiming that she tried on a shade of lipstick at a Los Angeles area Sephora and contracted herpes from the sample.
California woman Elena Devayan has filed a personal injury lawsuit against Sephora, the cosmetic retailer. She claims that she used some lipstick and eyeliner that were samples and developed oral herpes. The problem with her case is that it's very difficult to prove how and where one contracts this virus, because more than 50% of the human population is carrying some form of the herpes virus.
Sephora said of its taster setup, "Not only do we have hygiene stations available for client use throughout our stores, our tasters are regularly sanitized, replaced, and replenished, and our associates are trained on industry hygiene standards to assist our clients." As much as the brand tried to salvage the situation, the damage appeared to be already done, because it's more than just that. If you're wondering why, let me take you back to multiple controversies and accusations that might have fueled the last two customers to have the courage to sue. This came after skincare brand Sandy Riley publicly confirmed an email from Sephora management to employees on Reddit, asking recipients to not only post glowing reviews of new products on Sephora's site, but to also review other products, as well as to build a history for a trustworthy profile. They also detailed instructions on how to avoid the reviews getting flagged for spam, clearly acknowledging wrongdoing. Once the information was public, a representative from the company made a comment on the original Reddit post stating that the email was real. However, in response, Sephora told the Fashion Law that the incident wasn't representative of their review framework and that they spoke with Sandy Riley regarding review guidelines. This not only damaged their reputation, but also raised questions about their quality control processes. Customers were outraged and felt betrayed by a brand they trusted. trusted. And honestly, I couldn't blame them because reviews need to be made by actual customers who have had actual experience with the product, so this was outright lying to their faces. And adding to the controversies, Sephora has been accused of excluding certain demographics. Many customers have criticized the lack of inclusivity for people of color, and here, Sephora has really never recovered because this time, the brand got publicly exposed by R&B superstar SZA, who worked at Sephora before her music career launched. She told Refinery29 during an April 2019 visit to Calabasas, she had a terrible experience as a customer of her former employer. In a tweet, SZA detailed the incident saying, LMAO, Sunday Sephora location 614 Calabasas called security to make sure I wasn't stealing. We had a long talk. You have a blessed day, Sunday. When Sephora representatives caught wind of what had gone down, they replied that they took her complaint very seriously and said, you are a part of the Sephora family. It appears Sephora has a thing of always taking precautions so late because despite the crisis management, thousands of supporters spoke out on SZA's defense, including an encouraging word and Fenty Beauty gift card from Riri, and some even detailed similar experiences. Of course, the brand responded by launching a campaign called We Belong to Something Beautiful in an effort to promote inclusivity. It included a scheduled 1-hour company-wide diversity training. It looks like they got so carried away with that because while there was a site-wide 20% off sale for the top customers, the website crashed. Here, as some customers sought help, their interactions with customer service left folks with some serious questions regarding potential discrimination, the very same issue with SZA. And here, like all other times, 4 Chinese women filed a class action suit against the brand for what they claimed was racial discrimination.
So tonight, a new lawsuit accuses the makeup company Sephora of discriminating against Asian women. Sephora USA is based in San Francisco. Andre Borba has a copy of the lawsuit that spells out exactly what Sephora is accused of doing.
They detailed in the complaint that they believed their accounts were deactivated because of their Asian surnames. However, in a statement released on Facebook and published by Jezebel, Sephora told clients that the site crashed due to the high volume of people attempting to buy in bulk at the discounted prices for resale purposes. But this statement coincided with a number of customers with Asian surnames publicly claiming that their accounts were deactivated, and to add to the chaos, Sephora posted a court-authorized notice of settlement detailing that accounts with certain Chinese address domains that were shut down were eligible for a settlement. Now, with this issue of discrimination, it's not just the people of color who have had complaints, but also the disabled. How cruel can that be? Anyway, a Sephora.com customer, Lucia Maret, was attempting to navigate a purchase on the website. Because Maret is visually disabled, she attempted to utilize screen reading software, but Sephora's website was not designed to be compatible with the application at the time. As expected, or should I say, as well as deserving, a class action lawsuit was filed in early, whereby she asked that the website be updated in order to be compliant. But surprisingly, it was dismissed because according to Sephora.com's statement on accessibility, they were in line with web content accessibility guidelines developed by the World Wide Web Consortium. The brand also scheduled for an inclusivity training, but guess what? Just one day before Sephora shut down for the training, Jones detailed a story on Twitter about her makeup artist visiting a New York area Sephora with a friend only to leave in tears after being mistreated. The story claimed that both a salesperson and the manager were unkind to her friends. In her original Instagram post, Jones questioned why they have to train employees in sensitivity in the first place, pondering why they don't just hire sensitive employees. She went on to say, what happened to customer service? Do we just not give an F anymore? And she called for a boycott saying, no more Sephora, and later on adopted the hashtag no more Sephora on Instagram. And if you think it couldn't get any more interesting, think again. One Elonius woman sued Sephora and motivated face Inc. for what she alleged was a violation of her privacy. If you did not know, Sephora boasts of its Virtual Artist app, which allows users to virtually try on different makeup looks and test out colors and products utilizing user images. So yes, it can be a funny way to shop. However, plaintiff Oscar Salkowskate claimed they take more than just pictures. The complaint also stated that there was no written notice that the information would be captured, collected, stored, and used. Now, this undoubtedly led to a significant loss of trust and loyalty from a large portion of their customer base. Unsurprisingly, up until now, some fans still feel a type of way about Sephora, as one comment from a disappointed customer read, "The racism and rudeness at Sephora is unparalleled compared to any other beauty store experience. The worst part is, if you actually find Ace A who isn't rude, but she'll most definitely sell you a product which is mediocre at best. My suggestion is to order online after watching multiple reviews. Or go with a man in store. You'll be hounded less." The second agreed, say, "I felt like it was racism as well, but did not want to say it in case I was wrong. I noticed how they treat different people in front of me, sickeningly sweet, and made me wait even though I was there first and had asked for." The third user bluntly stated, "I hate Sephora. Every time I step in there, they come onto me like a pack of wolves. I can't shop in peace even though I tell them I'm just looking, they keep following me." Now, we're curious to hear from you. What are your thoughts and experiences with Sephora? We'd love to know your opinions and stories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, it's a wrap.